Hey everybody, this is the Daycare podcast back again, like we are every week. This is your host, Mr. Nipples, and we have Nick on the line, and we have our
Hey,
friend Raven, who is an admin on the page.
Good
And we
evening, guys.
we have a little discussion we're going to be talking about, a little issue that has been going on. So, Raven, you want to go ahead and introduce it?
Absolutely. So, guys, I am pretty upset. Um, there is an issue with the POW MIA flag that I know that, like, throughout the past years, there's been elected officials and journalists that have kind of attacked the flag and its meaning. You mostly see this from the left. And I'm not blaming the entire left, but there's leftist movements that have really just kind of wanted to crunch down on the flag and have it removed or whatever. But this year, starting back in March for Trans Visibility Week, military.com ran an article. It was written by Patricia Kime. I'm actually putting it up on the campaign's website as we speak. Reported that some of the members of Congress took down the POW flag and replaced it with the trans pride flag. It was reported on other news outlets that this was done out of protests for President Trump's ban on transgender people in the military. Military.com specifically named Senator Bernie Sanders and Nancy Pelosi as two of the people that removed the flag. Now, this month, up in Montgomery County, Maryland, to kick off Pride Week, the Montgomery County executives there, the council members, lowered the POW flag at their little veterans park up there and raised the pride flag, which sparked a huge outrage. And a lot of people took to their Twitters and the Facebook page, and it was particularly Councilman Evan Glass, who is the one that was the keynote person that did it. He's like their openly gay council member up there. And I understand a mistake is a mistake. We all make them. We've all done stuff not knowing any better or whatever. But when the media asked him if he regretted doing that, like, he just made an excuse saying that there wasn't enough ringlets on the flagpole. Well, of course not, because the POW flag is always flown alone. In most cases, and it's the only flag that's allowed to fly at the White House with the American flag. And I don't want people to misunderstand what we're doing here, because this is not an attack on the LGBT community, nor is it an attack on the trans community. We're just simply tired of politicians using the POW flag and veterans as political talking points, or making an example out of us, or just throwing us to the curbside for something else. And Declaration 99 is a movement that a friend and I started. We drafted a huge petition explaining what we're doing, and we wanted to get signatures over at We the People. It's over on whitehouse.gov. And come to find out, you're only allowed to 800 characters. So 6 hours later, we condensed it down to 799 characters. And that's why, what we're doing is called Declaration 799. We're just simply asking for some laws or in legislation to be passed that, these elected officials can't just remove a flying POW flag, and replace it with other causes. The meaning, although not protocol, from what I have found, the flag is always supposed to fly until all of our missing in action and POWs come home. We're still missing over 82,000 members of service since World War II. That number doesn't
yeah.
count World War I. And this number does include people who were lost at sea. So and then we lost people going out and doing rescue missions looking for the people that went missing or were taken as POWs. So it's really hurtful, to not just the veteran community, but the families of those that have had a loved one that, were drafted, especially, go serve their country and they go missing. And a lot of times, like, the government just doesn't have any answers for them. So this is what we're trying to push. And again, this is not an attack on Pride Month. This is an attack on the LGBT community. And I have to put that out there. I just want people to think about, out of all the people that have been pulled for selective service, or AKA the draft, since World War I, because the Selective Service Act was signed in 1917 by President Woodrow Wilson. How many people, would be today of the LGBT community, and they served quietly because you couldn't be out and open about that, like, for years? How many of them went missing in action? How many of them got killed in action? How many of them were taken as POWs? They can't come home to enjoy the freedoms that we have, here today. And, and this is for any cause. You shouldn't be removing the POW flag and replacing it with any other flag for any other cause. It's not right. And there are some states that are passing legislation. For example, Illinois, I think they just voted on making it mandatory to fly the POW flag at airports. Governor Cuomo up in New York passed legislation that the POW flag, has to be flown at certain buildings, but the flag has to be provided by a veterans group. So if there's laws getting passed about flying the flag, well, what about removing and replacing it? Because if we start removing the flag, and sure, it's just one or two incidents. I mean, back in 2015, a journalist, I think it was, I'll have to look it up. I want to say it was a Washington Examiner, and I don't think that's correct. But Newsweek ran a story on it. He was trying to call for the POW flag, to be labeled as racist. So, yeah.
Absolute clown.
So,
yeah, that's a problem.
So when you have a couple incidents here and there, what's going to happen next year, and the year after, and the year after? You remove that flag, you're removing, like, the legacy that our war fighters have left behind. You're removing the stories of, people taken as prisoner. You're removing hope. I mean, sure, there's probably no living POWs from Vietnam or Korea, but their families still live through them, and they want answers, and they want the remains to come home.
Yeah, what really gets me about it is, like, it just shows how much, like, how little these elected officials really care about veterans or the LGBT community. When they're basically just have a flagpole, and instead of it being like the POW flagpole, like, oh, that's where I'll put a flag to get votes. That's my that's my public appreciation flagpole. I'm gonna put whatever gets me votes on that flagpole. Like, it just really shows you how little the politicians care about pretty much everyone.
Especially since,
in the case of Evan Glass, I don't want to crack too hard down on him. Granted, his response lacked any empathy and zero apologies whatsoever. Maybe he just didn't know better. But Nancy Pelosi has been around forever. Bernie Sanders has been around forever. They should know better.
They're trying to get them votes, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta get those votes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How is a silhouette of a human being racist? I don't get it. I can't wrap my mind around how a silhouette of a person is racist.
There's been a couple things that were out there. I think what he was getting at, it was like racist against and hateful against the Vietnamese people and the people that we went to war against.
Why is the flag
or something like that?
Why can't we have a purple?
it's not just the Vietnamese. It's about the Korean. It's about the World War II. It's about Afghanistan and Iraq, and it's the war in the Philippines, and it's everything.
Didn't some people get killed or injured going and looking for Bo Bergdahl?
Yes.
So that's another thing. And that's another thing. So there are people that got wounded in action looking for Bo Bergdahl. There are people that were wounded in action looking for John McCain and thousands of others. And the living POWs that did come home and are still alive today, that's a slap in the face to them.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand that when our guys were taken captive, they weren't exactly fed, Little Debbie snack cakes and given the 5-star Hilton treatment. And I'm not trying to be funny, but these people were tortured.
I know. It's the way they got treated was. Now, granted, in Iraq, they actually got treated better than they did in Vietnam and Korea. We got to give them that. And in Germany, they got treated better than they did in Vietnam and Korea, which is kind of amazing to think about. So
exactly.
Even the Japanese, I know they marched them to their death, but even the Japanese treated them better.
Exactly. And it just baffles me. I'm lighting a cigarette because I'm mad. This whole thing makes me mad. My
have
dad.
All right to be.
My dad served 2 tours. I think it was 2 tours. Either way, he came home with 2 Purple Hearts. And I used to ask him questions about Vietnam. My dad had a scar on his shoulder and a scar on his face. And I used to ask him when I was little, Daddy, what's that scar for? And all he said was, I was in a war. That's it. And at the time, the VA wasn't really doing much with the Agent Orange veterans. My dad was exposed to Agent Orange. And he always used to tell me that when he was in Vietnam, he was Marines, every 5 radio men that would go out into the jungles, maybe only 1 or 2 of them would come back.
Yeah.
And when they would find our guys, the Vietnamese desecrated some of those bodies so badly. Yep. They couldn't even, there's some of them that I hear that they still haven't identified, but they're working on it because due to DNA,
Yep.
But they used to cut the heads off. They used to pull their teeth out. And he used to say that what they would do, if somebody got killed, they would take their dog tag, shove it in their mouth, and kick their jaw shut. So that when rigor mortis set in, the Vietnamese couldn't pull the tag out.
It got worse than that. After a while, they sort of have to shove it somewhere else.
Oh, yeah. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. I had
an uncle that was over there, and he said that after, they started having to shove it somewhere else because the Vietnamese started cutting the jaw open to get the tag out.
Yeah, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. And, I mean, we just didn't lose soldiers. I mean, we lost Red Cross nurses over there,
lost.
How did we get to a point in our country where there is just absolute lack of empathy for the veterans? And we have an all-volunteer service now. And if it wasn't for people stepping up and enlisting now, it would be mandatory service like other countries.
Yeah.
So it's driving me crazy. I started smoking again because I'm mad.
You see, I can't say I started smoking again because I just vape angrily, but it just looks a lot more gay. So.
Now, we're not supposed to be using that as a derogatory term. You know that, right?
Gay?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm trying to think of another term to use, but I don't know.
It looks
Can I say homosexual?
Navy. No, say that looks very Navy.
It looks okay. It looks very
funny?
Coast Guard.
There you go.
It's really funny. There was somebody on Evan Glass's page. I forget who it was. I got the screenshot somewhere, but he said, "Why do we have to take the POW flag down?" He's like, "The military has had their gay pride flag for years. It's called the Navy flag."
Well, listen here.
You know,
I'll have
that
you
is one
know
thing.
the Marines by percentile are much more homosexual.
One thing that we do very well on our Facebook page is we bust on all the branches equally. We joke, we play around, but when people need help and people need to talk, we're very good with that. But we joke around equally. We're equal opportunity offenders. One of our most liked memes ever was when I was making fun of the Cab Scouts. But you know what? We support the LGBT community. It's
We support civil rights,
yes, that's
you
exactly
know,
it.
and that's the key thing I'm trying to put out there. It's like, sure, there's been controversy in the military with things like, you know, gender, sexual orientation. And when I say, gender, it's not just President Trump's ban on transgendered people joining the military. It's like, well, women in infantry, women in combat, women's roles in the military. We've gone through so much change
Now,
throughout the course of generations, and the military is one big diverse sea now, and it has been for a long time. So
yeah.
we're not out to bash anybody, except we're calling out these elected officials that are using the POW flag to make a statement.
Now, I got to say, the reason that the show tonight is happening is, originally, Raven, you were going to get a 5-minute stint tonight and, just put this out there. But our guests for tonight, they both bailed. And one was a gentleman that I served with, and he came out of he was going to come out of the closet. And he decided that people didn't know that he wasn't ready. So he backed out. And then I had another one that's been out of the closet for a long time. And he just decided he wasn't ready. I reached out to another one, and well, I want to say he, but it's not he. She decided that the public forum is not a place for her to speak, and that's just it's her choice. And she's also in Korea now, so it would have been hard logistically for us to get her on the phone, time wise. But
Right.
I'm glad she found herself. She was a good person to serve with. She was an outstanding troop, and Will Cox was an amazing troop. And I'm glad she found herself. And props to you. So
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where I honestly think some of these elected officials that have participated in removing the POW flag, just I think in a way it's like, I don't want to say they wanted to do this, but it's kind of created more division in the nation. And there is a lot more acceptance in the military now, so it's like that community that serves in the military, it's like they're caught in the middle of this controversy. And I'm not like saying, you can't fly the pride flags or any awareness flags, or I mean, even if it was a National Dandelion Day, like you just
yeah,
should not take down the POW flag.
no, there's two flags you don't mess with: the national flag and the POW flag. The city flag, the county flag, the state flag. Well, you really shouldn't mess with your state flag, but those flags, they're not set in stone. I'm asking everybody that's listening, reach out to your local city councilman, your state senators, your state congressmen, your uh, your governor, anybody in your state, and have them take a look at Declaration 799. It's on the White House page, correct, Raven?
It is on the White House page. We need 150 signatures before it's viewable. That's why we
Okay.
created the website, declaration799.com. And we also have a petition going around on change.org as well. And it's, we were able to write, a longer petition, and
We
provided
have
examples of what some of these elected officials
there's a
were
link
doing.
on our Facebook page. There's a link will be attached to the podcast tonight to Declaration 799.
We also
And
have a Facebook page.
Yep, there's a Facebook page for it.
Our Twitter that we started yesterday is 799 Declaration on Twitter.
So reach out. Gary, I know you're out there. I know you're probably listening. Gary, I'm hoping I can count on you and our Atomic Veteran friends because you guys are awesome. And I'm guessing that if Carrie can make this happen, I'm guessing then we can get her to follow up and push to get you guys the rights that you deserve. Because I'm pretty sure if she can get this pulled through, that'll give her enough clout with everybody else to get pulled through with the Atomic Veteran rights.
Carrie Clouderson.
Yeah, sorry. God damn it! What am I saying? Somebody help me out here. I look at these emails and I look at Facebook posts all day long because that's all I do. People watch me post up 100 memes every day. Somebody help me here.
You and your shit posting, I swear.
Somebody help me.
Oh my god, that one meme was so funny. You posted it.
Which one?
It was the one with the girl in the Star Wars shirt. And like not 5 minutes later, someone dropped a link, and I was like, "Are you?" It was so fast. They posted a Pornhub link so fast to that. I was like, "Damn, he was ready for that. What the hell?"
Because he sent it to me.
Oh, okay. I
Wow.
thought he just saw it get posted, and I thought he was like, "Oh, I know that one," and just fucking pulled it out of his
he sent it
favorites
to
or
me, and I was
something.
like, "Oh shit, man, I gotta do this."
That was
Yeah,
a good
I've
one.
got a lot of these memes. If I don't tag them with our symbol, it's because we have fans of the page sending me memes for me to post, and I'm not going to tag them as ours because we didn't make them. So
We could use some help making some memes and some awareness stuff to start circulating around Facebook. I was thinking hashtag Declaration 799 should be a trending thing.
we could, hey Scout, I know you're listening. I know we've got our own Daycare has its own thing. Could you help us out and get that running on our page too? Raven, when you get everything done, would you be willing to help Gary get a movement going for the Atomic Veterans to get them the rights that they deserve? To get them added on? Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What we could do is, like, I have so much room on, like, the website we just started. Like, we could add, like, an extra page, specifically for that.
That would be amazing because the Atomic Veterans, I guarantee you, will help you. Gary, get with Raven. Just contact a page. Raven will talk to you, and you guys can get everything set up and get the Atomic Veterans involved, and we can get this running for you guys.
That would be awesome.
You guys have been amazing. We want to get you guys back on the show. You guys, we love you guys. You'd be amazed at the amount of people that we get asking about that episode.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's great. You guys are doing this podcast. Like, I know there's a lot of veteran podcasts out there, but like, it's just great that there's more veterans that are taking to the airwaves and talking about different things. And I am willing to take the fight to Washington if need be. Like, I'm willing to do that. Like, I'll sell my motorcycle if I have to. But Congress needs to understand that they just, can't be just using the POW flag as some sort of political agenda unless it's to actually help the families of a prisoner of war missing in action. I mean, it's like, why do they always pick on the veterans?
Yeah, it's because they've learned that we are a good we're a good leverage point, and everybody in Washington just continues to use us as that.
It's just crazy. I mean, if they're doing this to get votes, like, I mean, veterans still make up a good percentage of voters and veteran families and military wives and children of veterans and military families.
Well, vets, we still only continue to make up about 3% of the population. Well, 3 to 5% of the population, but
The veteran alone, yes. But think about it. Like, if my dad were still alive, he would probably be a grandpa by now,
yeah.
And these veterans have kids, and then they have kids, and then they have kids and get married, and it just amazing. It's not limited to the veteran. It's not limited to the soldier, because we have families, and our families back us up usually 100%, and they're going to go vote for our best interests too.
Yeah, I'm talking to Scout right now to get that hashtag going for you.
Oh, that would be awesome. I'm horrible with Twitter. So if anybody wants to help me out on the Twitter front, I would appreciate it. We're going to try to get an Instagram up. I'm an old lady when it comes to some of this newer social media platform stuff.
Oh, I'm not even on Twitter. I tried and I can't do it. You know who would be great to help us out?
Who?
The Navy spouse guy.
Oh, yeah.
That man is, he is known Reddit wide. Like every page on Reddit, somebody talks about that guy.
Yeah,
and Reddit is where people get information past.
Maybe we should try to put $7.99 up on Reddit.
Yeah, we can make a subreddit.
It would take off. Yep, it would take off.
That would be so awesome, guys. Like, I could, right now it's just myself and a friend of mine, and it's just like two fat chicks trying to internet for a good cause. So we can use all the help that we can get, and I really thank you for letting me come on the show.
Oh, no problem at all.
McFucker said he'd help you too, by the way. So you got him down in Texas.
Well, Texas is a big state that is very pro-military. That's Ted Cruz's state, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and that man is all about it.
I love Ted Cruz.
He's a little nuts, but
what state is Crenshaw in? The Navy SEAL?
Oh yeah.
Sure. I forgot what.
But we need to reach out to him.
Oh yeah.
We need to get him on the show.
Oh my God, that'd be
get that man on the
fantastic.
show.
That man, he's a madman. Did you see what he did recently? One reporter questioned his patriotism, so he sent him an X-ray of the shrapnel that's in his eye, and he was like, "Here you go."
I love that man.
That dude's an absolute animal. I love him.
That's savage.
We're gonna have to put out the official request to have him on the show because that man is amazing, and we've had big enough guests already, with Belen to get that man on the show. But Raven, we thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, guys.
We're gonna have to get Cutter on now, so.
I will try to summon the Coastie. I'll start a smoke flare or a smoke signal. I'll send the carrier pigeons after him.
We're gonna let you sign
Good night,
off
guys.
there, Raven. Night.
Night.
Bye.
God, it's embarrassing when I get names mixed up on the air. All I do is crap post all day long.
Yeah, I'm calling Coastie right now. See if I can summon his ass. Might have to draw a pentagram. Sacrifice a goat, maybe? I don't know.
He is actually broadcasting to us via his little tugboat or whatever the hell skiff or I don't know what the hell he has in the Coast Guard.
Canoe?
Hey, Connor, you there?
Nah, he still hasn't picked up.
Crap.
I'm ringing him right now. Pick up, you big old bitch.
Hey, Crenshaw's in Texas, by the way.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I thought he was. I cannot get him on the phone.
Yeah, thank you, McFucker. He just sent me a message.
Oh, word.
Here,
yeah, I thought he was. Yeah, if you want to shoot him a message real quick on Facebook, I'm still
Cutter. Yeah, I'm reaching out to him.
Alrighty.
Cutter. Cutter. We are trying to call you.
If he doesn't pick up,
now.
we're just gonna freestyle rap for 30 minutes. So
yeah, fuck that.
I'll beatbox.
Yeah, I wonder if
beat.
Raven could give him a call, but I think Raven might have his number.
Possibly. I think I actually have his number as well.
You have his number, right?
I do.
Yeah, could you give him a call and just tell him to pick up? Cause,
fire him a text.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought I had his number.
Your wife might have it.
She definitely doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man. I swear I have his number, though. So he stayed over one night, and thought I added him. I have so many fucking numbers in my phone. No, I don't have him. Uh-oh.
Oh, crap. I think Raven may have just got offline.
Yeah, I don't have his number.
Well,
Man.
Son of a biscuit. This guy's as bad as freaking Goss, I tell you.
Right.
Well, not quite, because he was on the air last weekend. So, that's something. That's better than Goss. Speaking of which, Goss will be on the air next week.
Oh. Allegedly.
He is spreading that ad everywhere, man.
Ah.
Apparently, he is giving it to every friend he knows.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said that he printed it out and stuck it up in some bars. So
that's pretty hilarious, actually. Real world advertising.
Yeah,
And
that tells me he actually wants to show it out there.
Mm-hmm. Watch him still not come on, and everyone's gonna be
right.
watching.
He'll be too drunk to pick up.
Ever like we get on, it's just me and you, and you're like, hey, so yeah, he's just not fucking here, so.
Yeah, he fucking ghosted us again.
All right, so what are we gonna do for 30 minutes?
Well, let's see here. We've got two choices.
We're doing Jordan's freestyle corner.
I'm gonna try something real quick here. Let me see if I can find this fucker. All right, give me 1 sec. I will be right back.
Alrighty.
Don't end this call. Oh shoot, this might cancel the show, huh? If I
can always call you back. He left. He left the call anyway. Well, if anyone didn't know, I also run a page called Patriot Wave, and I post it's mostly just ATF memes and some War Wave content, which is just like pictures from like wars and conflict and such, and just make some art out of it. Oh god, that is so loud.
Cutter.
There we
go.
go.
They got called out.
He's dead.
Called out. Hey, you there?
Yep. Oh, he got called out?
Yeah, they got called out to an emergency call.
Oh, that absolutely.
They're not going to make it.
Tell him to podcast from the emergency call, like an absolute.
Yeah, no, he can't. He can't. It's an emergency call in the lake, so.
We can just listen to the emergency call for 30 minutes. It'll be riveting.
Did somebody get drunk and try shooting fireworks from their boat again while playing Freebird?
Probably. It was me. They're coming to me. I'm podcasting from a boat.
Yeah.
Are we still?
All right.
Are we still on the air?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're still in the air. Yeah, at least Cutter let us know. Yeah, thank goodness. I've been trying to get a hold of him. Should we bring Scout or McFucker on, or what do you want to do?
Fuck, might as well.
What do you want to bring on, McFucker or Scout?
Either.
Why not both?
Why not both? Exactly.
Yeah, let's bring them both on, and then let's hound Scout.
Wait, I'm gonna use the soundboard here. I can't remember where everything is.
What? What the fuck?
I don't know if it's working. It's not working.
I heard shit.
Oh, did you?
Okay. Yeah.
It's just really quiet for me for some reason.
Oh, it was not a shit, man.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. I got this while we wait. I got some waiting music if I can find it.
It's
Yeah.
high
That's
noon.
not it. There
I
we go.
can.
There we go.
Yeah. We'll hound Scott about when he's getting into service.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's roast him.
At least the VA swapped their music out for like 80s music and new age music.
80s music. They should play mariachi music.
Play it down at the pharmacy.
Hell yeah. It should be an absolute fucking party every time you walk in there. Walk into the VA and just hear this.
Oh my lord.
If they handed out margaritas to the VA, it'd be a lot better. I'm just saying. Like, complaints would go down like 80% most likely.
Yeah. Well, suicides might too.
Oh, dude, margaritas and sombreros and some fucking just a Mex. Let's just turn the VA into a Tex-Mex restaurant. Fuck it.
Free nachos.
Yes, that'll pretty much fix most of its problems, to be honest.
I can read the Dear Americans letter that we have on the website.
Oh yeah, do it.
Shit. Yeah.
Dear Americans, we, the veterans and families of our nation's warfighters and defenders of past and present, are asking you to please support our cause. The POW MIA flag is stood as an icon to represent over 82,000 members of our nation's military who were taken as prisoner or went missing in action during times of war. This number includes those who were lost at sea and never recovered. The POW MIA flag has stood as a beacon of hope that our missing in action and prisoners of war will one day return. Currently, the POW MIA flag is the only flag that is authorized to fly with the American flag at the White House in Washington, D.C. Traditionally, the POW flag is flown alone or under the American flag, letting the world know that our country has not forgotten. Our prisoners of war have endured horrific torture, starvation, separation from their family and friends, and ultimately met their deaths on foreign soil. The flag represents those who went to rescue those taken as prisoner or in recovery missions to bring wounded and fallen back only to be met with enemy fire or went missing. We owe it to them, their families, those who are still alive today that hold those who are still alive today holding former POW status or were wounded in action in attempts to rescue them, to fly our flag until the day comes our brothers are accounted for and back on American soil. Recently, there have been incidents where the POW flag has been removed and replaced with flags of other causes. Please do not misunderstand our intent. Americans, we are not targeting or attacking the communities that represent those flags, nor are we trying to take away the importance of those causes. As veterans, we recognize the importance of civil rights and liberty for everyone. The military and veteran community has been a diverse sea for generations. Since the draft or selective service had been enacted for various wars, this made our military more diverse. When it came to deploying to fight for this nation, we all saw the same color, green, and that is a reference to the uniform. We understand that there is and has been a national controversy about inclusion within the branches of the military and in regards to civil rights issues such as gender, religion, race, sexual orientation, political affiliation, etc., for years. We are not here to divide the nation further with our cause. We are simply asking that our POW MIA flag is not removed by these government bodies to make political statements. That flag does not represent the current political climate, nor does it represent current policy. The POW flag represents everyone who answered the call for this nation and did not return home to enjoy the freedoms that we have today. This flag should be flown without interruption and in partnership with the American flag until they all come home, lest we forget. Sincerely, veterans, families, and supporters of Declaration 799.
Nice.
I do think the POW flag should fly at embassies. I'm just saying. But that's just my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
it definitely should.
I mean, we still have missing people overseas, and we have consulates and embassies in those countries that we fought in. So I think that our flag should fly there, but I understand why the decision to only fly the American flag has been made.
Yeah. Is Nate talking?
I don't know.
Huh. Can't hear him. Nate.
Nick.
Nick. You raggedy ass. I'm gonna restart the car real quick.
Okay.
Yeet. Oh, I just rejoined the call. Okay. All kinds of technical issues. There we go.
Hello.
Hey, Mad's been back as well.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I couldn't. I thought you were talking, but I couldn't hear anything, and I was like, wait a second. Like I saw your circle light up.
Yeah. Freaking stupid mute.
Word, but yeah, no, that was like a really good speech. Definitely feel like we should push that because honestly, the only thing, the reason I think they did this was for Nick. What are you doing?
I'll just tap my phone.
Sounds like you're popping bubble wrap.
Might as well be. McFucker's like dancing, getting anxious here. So let's pull his little tweaker ass in. Still trying to get hold of Scout here.
I gotta find his contact. Does he have a Skype? I forgot if he had a Skype or not.
Well, yeah, didn't you use it last weekend?
Yeah, but I only have people that I've added. I forgot to add.
All right, hang on. It popped up in my thing here. Hang on, Skype. And I need to go out of here. How the hell do I... here we go. TX Wizard.
Yeah, I got him. There we go. Boom.
There he is.
Add.
And now poor McFucker's going to be getting a whole bunch of freaking trash in his Skype.
Good. Fuck his Skype.
Yeah.
What's up, nerd?
Nerd, what are you talking about?
Talking about you, damn it.
I ain't no nerd.
Prove it.
At least I didn't think I was, unless my mama lied to me.
She did.
Your mama also told you you were good looking,
damn.
so...
Oh! Oh! A face only a mother could love.
Where the hell is Scout? I want a reg on Scout. I want us all to reg on Scout. He's still got like 30 pounds to go before he can swear in.
Oof.
He can do it.
Yeah.
Hell.
Tell him to go on the fasting diet.
Yeah, the pre-surgery diet.
Yes.
He will. He'll lose this weight in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. That's just crazy.
I lost 3.5 pounds yesterday.
Hell, I lost 50 in 3 months a while back. But I was working out like twice a day. I ran like 2 miles a day, and I did like intermittent fasting all combined, and it was rough.
Oh, Scout can't get on. He's at his dad's.
What a nerd.
To call his dad.
Call his dad. Let's bring his dad to the podcast and roast him instead.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Can Scout come out to play?
Oh, shit. Just so everyone knows, Scout is like the only minor that we've allowed to be involved with the show or even really be on the page as far as we're aware, just because this kid's dedication to this country is beyond amazing. He was very heavy set when he got a hold of us, and he is now knocking on the door of being able to make. He's already made tape, but he's knocking on the door of making weight to enlistment, and yeah, he's going in here hoping in August, and it's just amazing the transformation he's gone through. So I'm proud of the kid, even if he is at his dad's and can't come out to play.
I'm gonna call his dad and just let your son come on the fucking podcast.
All right, so let's talk about prank calls or something that we've done.
I can tell some watch stories.
Real quick, I was living in Iowa, okay? Iowa. Landlocked Iowa, middle of the country. For those that don't know their geography, because when I met my wife, she had no idea where North Dakota was. No idea whatsoever. Like, none. And she didn't know where Iowa was. No idea. Well, give you an idea, Iowa is like darn near the geographical center of the U.S., and North Dakota is the geographical center of North America. There you go. So I'm in Iowa, and there's a Hurricane Katrina happening, way down in the Gulf. And on the news, they say Walmarts are closing due to the hurricane.
That's how you know there's fucking trouble.
Yeah, so my dumbass thought it would be funny. I pick up the phone and I call my local Walmart. And I go, is Walmart still open? And they go, yes. Well, the news just said Walmarts are closing due to the hurricane. And she goes, hang on, I have to ask my manager. And her manager gets on the phone and goes, hello? And I go, the news just said Walmarts are closing due to the hurricane. She goes, I haven't been notified yet, but I got to check.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, what the hell? We're in Iowa.
It's a big old hurt.
Wow.
It's going to wipe out the whole country.
But, these are the same people that, when, the total is $21.62 or 52 cents, and you give them $23.02.
Hey, don't make fun of Marines.
They look at you and they go, I don't know how to give you change.
Weren't you in the Army?
Yes.
That's the same thing. show me the difference in math.
Can you tell me what mills are?
What, mills?
Yes.
Millions? Like millions?
No, mills.
Mills.
We'll be waiting for a while, Nick.
Like, are you talking about milliliters?
No, mills.
Mills.
It's on a compass.
Where they grind flour?
No, it's on a compass, and to find the directions on a map, you have to look at mills on a compass to find your direction.
Your mom's a compass. And your father smells of elderberries.
My mom's been dead for 15 years. I don't think she cares.
She's still a compass. All right, so I got some good watch stories.
Wait, real quick. Raven, any stories? Did we lose Raven?
I don't have any stories like really interesting ones. I mean, there was a time that the crew chiefs taked a dead cockroach to my phone and supply and then called me.
Oh, that's fucked up. And we're not going to get into the story about Canada and the whiskey because I don't know if that's a military story. So let's not do that one now.
I have a lot of stories about Canada.
What a combination.
I'm talking about the massive. Yes, you know which one I'm referring to.
Offhand, no.
Okay, larger than Menage a Trois.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, so
I don't kiss and tell.
but
What a
somehow
lady.
I know about it.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to get into it. So, and we're still waiting to find out whether or not Lilith has made the video. Now let's get on to the watch stories.
Oh my god. All right. Alrighty, so I have three of the best ones. No, I have four. I have four really good watch stories. So
Okay.
this is the first one from this one was the Charlotte Nosk. So there I am on the quarterdeck watch, just standing around in the middle of the fucking night, not doing a goddamn thing because it's the middle of the fucking night, no one's there. Are you beating your meat to this story? Is that what I hear right now?
No, I've got a giant Great Dane that decided to come over and sit on me. And she thinks that she's the size of a Chihuahua.
That sounds
but
like
have
an
you
excuse.
ever had 170-pound dogs come over and plop itself on you?
No, you dying? Should I call someone?
She gets up when you like pat her on the side because she's like, "Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be here." Go ahead, finish the story.
But yeah, middle of the night, Charlotte Nosk. So the way this building is laid out, I'm at the front staring straight out these double glass doors. And it's about 4 a.m. No, 3 a.m. So it's 3 a.m. middle of the night. The gate opens up, and I'm like looking out. I'm like, why is the gate opening? Because it's like an automatic gate. You put in a code and it opens. So they come in, they stop in front of the thing, and it's like this old beat up black car. And this dude hops out in a hoodie, and I can't even see his face. He runs up to the front door, sets down a box, and then runs back to the car. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, that's a fucking bomb, isn't it? I was like, I'm not picking that shit up. So I get on the radio, and I call my roving watch, and I'm like, yo, package just got delivered. We need to see what this is about. So the car whips away, and my roving patrol comes up, and they're like, what is it? And I was like, yo, that box out there, what the fuck is that? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, why is there a package at 3 a.m.? I was like, a car pulled up, dropped it off. So we're both sitting there for like an hour just staring at this thing until about 5 a.m. And this, I want to say it was like a colonel or something. No, not a colonel. It was a lieutenant junior grade. Walks up, picks up the box, walks in the door, and I'm like ducking down behind the desk at this point. Like, oh my god, what is this madman doing? He opens it up, looks in and goes, oh, bananas, and then just walks past me. And I was like, what the fuck? And me and the roving watch were standing there just absolutely fucking flabbergasted. So apparently someone delivered bananas to our Nosk at 3 a.m. from a sketchy car. I still to this day have no fucking idea what was going on, but apparently
I can tell you what it was.
It was probably fucking cocaine. I don't know what's going on.
No, somebody forgot their dildos and needed some sex toys.
Oh, most definitely. Delivered it straight to the Nosk, so they were showing up early. So my next story actually involves dildos. So
real quick, Raven had to go. She got called to work. So, but we thank her for her part in the show tonight.
Hell yeah.
All right, the dildo story.
All right, so here I am, young seaman, walking around. Exactly. So we're me and my bud down in This is down in Pensacola. Corey Station. We're down there just bopping around on roving watch, just walking around making sure everyone's not doing stupid shit. And we get a radio over, and someone, the petty officer of the watch is basically like, hey, we've got a report of something in a bush over by the IT barracks. And we're like, all right, we'll go check it out. So we head over from the Marine barracks to the IT barracks, and there's like 3 people standing in front of this bush laughing. And I was like, oh, God, what is in there? So we walk up, we're like, hey, what's going on, guys? And they're like, oh, there's something in the bush. You're going to have to go check it out. We don't know what it is. So there's like this huge pine bush. So I spread the pine leaves, and there's just this gigantic dick staring at me. And I was like, oh, God. I was like, quarterdeck, we have a dick in this bush. There is a...
you told this story before.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
It's my favorite watch story because it's fucking ridiculous. But quarterdeck, we have about a 15-inch dick in this bush, and the quarterdeck petty officer basically told me not to fucking touch it, and they're sending someone to get it. And that was one of my favorite watches I've ever stood, because I don't think I've ever laughed that hard. Have you ever told the naked petty officer story?
No, but real quick, I want to put out a reminder that we do have the memorial wall. It's not just for Memorial Day. We take names on that wall all year round. We do read the names of Memorial Day because, well, we lose people all the time. There's at the top we have a key for different markers for different names. Please go over there and add your names. Spread the word because we only read 160 names this year, and now we're up to almost 3,000.
Oh wow!
So
that's gonna be a read.
We are going to have all the babysitters involved next year to
Yes.
to read. All right, go ahead and read the naked story. Tell the naked story.
Naked petty officer. Okay, so there I was back on roving watch. Yeet. At the fucking IT barracks again, because for some reason they had all the stupid shit in the IT barracks. So I was roving around the IT barracks because we got reports of someone being fucking wild and drunk. So I go over there, still a seaman by the way, and there's a dude doing like fucking skateboard kickflips in the fucking lounge. So we go and we're like, yo, can you fucking get out of the fucking lounge with a skateboard? And he's like,
wait.
What?
This is the naked dude that was on a skateboard.
Yes.
Right? And then he's like, I'll do whatever you need. Just don't. And he's like a lower enlisted. And yeah, you told the story.
No. He's not lower enlisted. He's still fully clothed at this point. This man gets out of the thing, the lounge, and we follow him outside, and we're like, yo, you probably need to go to your room because you're super intoxicated. And he's like, well, I'm a petty officer, and you can't tell me what to do. And I was like, you're fucking drunk, and I'm on watch. Go to your fucking room. And he's like, you can't tell me how to live my life. And he pulls his pants down, rips his shirt off, and sprints across the fucking courtyard.
See, I thought a petty officer was a lower enlisted. I apologize.
Yeah, no, it goes seaman, petty officer, then chief. So this dude that's a higher rank than me.
I think he just wanted to hear you say seaman, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. He's just trying to bait me into saying seaman. Nate loves the seaman.
Oh, you're gay in the Navy.
Hey, you gay. But this man fucking sprints across a courtyard butt fucking naked now. And we have to chase him down, tackle him, wrestle his pants on, and then he starts apologizing. And he's like, oh, I'll help you guys do whatever you need now. And we're like, I want you to go to your fucking room like I asked you in the first place, dickhead. Jesus Christ.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Justin Shilido. He works with Cutter out in Michigan City.
Oh, hell yeah.
He just became a fan of the page.
Hell yeah.
So,
welcome aboard.
There we go.
Coasty.
And Gina D. Payne. She's a fan of the page. She's the one that sent us that picture today. I made that meme of that dude that got drunk being a chaperone of his kid's field trip.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, I want to give her a shout out.
That's going to be me as a dad.
What's that?
It's like gazing. Oh, McFuck. I was about to say, it's like gazing into the future.
No, I was wondering who sent that. I've been only inactive.
Gina D. Payne. There's some bad juju that went down, and Gina sent us this picture of this fucker that fucked up her life, and he's passed out sitting up.
Roasted.
Yeah, he's passed out sitting up, and he's obviously in like one of those old timey villages somewhere.
Beautiful. And it reminds me of my days at the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, apparently it's not a good idea to have a 3-beer lunch when you are a chaperone for your kid's school field trip.
Only 3 beers? What a pussy.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently he was active duty too.
How are you active duty and can only handle 3 beers? What?
Hey man, everybody's got a different tolerance apparently.
Everyone also has an asshole. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, we all
some are just stronger than others.
You know, we all start out as an asshole.
True.
Some of us just don't stop being an asshole.
That is
correct.
True.
All right, we just hit an hour mark. If you guys want to go ahead and wrap up.
All right. Well,
gang.
Real quick. One more thing.
What is that?
I don't know who this is, but Specialist Burns, whoever the fuck you are, that hair is the most fucked up, jacked up, ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Who are you roasting right now?
Have you not seen the meme that I posted?
No, I didn't.
Have you not
I
seen
didn't
it?
see it.
You need to go check out the Facebook.
Oh boy, I'm checking
look
it
at
out
it real
right now.
quick.
AR6
Before you end the show, look at it real quick.
Nothing about emergency runways.
Hey,
that haircut is
think about it this
so
way,
out of
okay? I'm
range.
pretty sure you can land at least 17 on that thing.
Oh Jesus.
You see it?
I see it.
That is the ugliest freaking hair. So out of rags, it is ridiculous.
Oh,
and dreads are not authorized in regulation since 2016.
Sweet Jesus.
So, and that uniform is newer than 2016, so there's something seriously fucked up about that. Anyhow.
Hey, real quick, before you close up the show real quick, Dan Crenshaw is from Houston, Texas. Lieutenant Commander Dan Crenshaw. He's
All right. We are going to be sending an official request to his office to get him on the show.
Hey, Dad, can you come on the show? Please?
That motherfucker is so awesome.
He is. Alrighty, well...
Hey, he was in Dallas last week, actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, let's see here. Let's wrap up. Reach out.
Yeet.
Check on your neighbors. Check on your friends, especially your ugly ones. They got it. They usually have it.
They got it worse.
And your married friends. You'd be amazed. You'd think they have it easier because they got a friend at home, but sometimes they got the worst because, well, we love our wives, and honestly, my wife is amazing. She is like my rock. But some of these guys, they go out and they marry these strippers, and then they got nothing to do with them. And these ladies are dumber than a rock, and they've got nothing in common with these ladies, and they're like, I can't get away from you. So check on your friends.
Hey, are you talking about me right there?
No.
I have no. I'm not targeting anybody. I'm just saying
we
all know that we're private. We all know that private.
Yeah, I feel personally attacked on that one.
We all know that private that married a stripper, or
I feel like you're targeting me there,
or a drinking girl, or somebody.
Someone please call me fucker. That's what we're getting at. Someone please call this man. You need help. Please call this man.
And
ladies, he's available.
Yeah. Nick Fucker jumps from relationship to relationship quicker than I change my socks. So.
Oh hell yeah.
I plead the fifth on that statement. I plead the fifth. Only because I know that's false. I know that someone listening right now. So I'm probably gonna get a phone call after out there, just so you know. What?
Got him.
Nick Fucker changes relationships. In the past, Nick Fucker changed relationships almost as quickly as Rambo changes ammo belts. So, just saying.
Jeez.
Anyhow, reach out, check on your friends, because not only I know that we focus on the vets, but lately there's been a lot of dependents getting stressed out, and they're doing some crazy shit like killing their service members, and they're getting stressed out too.
That story was wacky.
And we need to start worrying about the dependents too, because their mental health. They get, we joke around about the dependents, but these ladies go through a lot of stress holding down the fort while service members are deployed or out at sea, or even pulling 72 hours of guard. there's a lot of shit they got to hold down. So we got to watch out for them too.
Yeah.
And as our favorite friend Andrew likes to say, they serve too.
You couldn't let that go, could you?
Nope.
No, I couldn't.
Alrighty, boys.
But,
I'll see you later.
Yeah, well, I won't see you because we still haven't met. But
well, yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later, nerd.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk to you later, man.
See you, man.
Oh.